it is time for me to ask now, all right? And I want to believe that I am not the only person who has been observing this. And I don't like it. If I'm observing something and I keep it to myself, sometimes I'm just, even if it's going to be like a rhetorical kind of a thing, right? Like I'm not expecting a direct answer, okay? But still, I'm going to ask. Have you observed that since Buhari left power in 2023, he has been by himself? This Omo Baboni Pepeye from Nigerian Republic, this Buhari guy, since he left power, he has been by himself. His wife, Aisha, his children, they have not. He's reportedly staying in Daura. With his age, that they told us that he's like almost 80 now. He's a very old man. But in his house, he's living alone. Few times that politicians have visited him, no member of his family is present. No member of his family. And Aisha, which is Ashishe Buhari, a year before, in 2022, was it 2022? In fact, it was in 2020, during the coronavirus. Ashishe Buhari returned from Dubai, if you remember this story. And he and her entourage, when they arrived the Aso Rock, Tunde Sabitu, personal secretary to Buhari, ordered them to go for quarantine. Do you remember? Then Ashishe Buhari rejected that. Like, how dare you? Who the hell are you to tell us to go and do quarantine? Are you mad? And it led to a fisticuff. It led to a serious face-off within the villa. That Aisha Buhari's aide had to release gunshot, like 3, in the villa, that they had to smuggle their Buhari out of the villa for security reasons. I don't know if you remember this story. That was 5 years ago. And since then, that day, they locked this ADC to Aisha. They locked him up. They disarmed him, and they locked him up inside the prison of Aso Rock. And from that moment, Aisha Buhari has been living in Dubai. He's been there for nearly 3 years before Buhari left power. I don't know if you remember this. Oh, you should remember. I don't even know why I'm asking if you remember. You should remember. This is not, that issue wasn't like a secret. It's open. Until Tifnubu paid what we heard was $10 million. Sounds outrageous. You have no idea how much Tifnubu spends in buying this presidency. You have no idea. And we are talking about trillions of naira. That Tifnubu spent to buy Aisha over. She was actually given $10 million. It sounds outrageous to you? It's not. Then she came back to come and campaign for Tifnubu. And from what we heard, managed to get this Buhari. So change his mind. That it was more or less like they were dragging him to Tifnubu's campaign. And he only appeared just twice throughout all the campaigns, only twice. So the point I'm trying to make here is this. I remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, Aisha Buhari is sleeping with somebody who is not her husband. There was this post on Instagram, and it was sometimes in 2022 by, what's her name again? Sarah Buhari. I'm going to put it on the screen. Sorry, I should have, so that as I'm kind of saying it right now, you would have a chance of, just bear with me, okay? So the reason why because this is what I've been asking myself, all right? That Buhari is an old man by all definition, okay? He's an old man. And an old man like this who married Aisha to take care of him when he divorced his first wife, Saratu. right? Married Aisha. Now, Aisha became the first lady of Nigeria, right? Now that Buhari is no longer your president, so how could Buhari just suddenly turn to a bachelor that lives alone? So this post was put up in 2020, said smiling into 2020 like the one person that is supposed to be in this picture and isn't would have had the biggest, most beautiful smile. My Baba, God bless our parents. Amen. Papa Buhari is in the picture. You the mad in Izara. What do you mean, your Baba? The one person that is supposed to be in this picture and isn't, that is not, would have had the biggest, most beautiful smile. My Baba, God bless our parents.
You can actually still remember, in addition to this, that either around December 2024 or January this 2025, a news came up over the media that Buhari said that he's enjoying his life now, that his life is even better than when he was in presidency, when he was a president of Nigeria, that right now that he's surviving by taking rent. People that is renting the houses he built in Daura, that is surviving by the house rent of the people that are renting his house, that this is what he's using to survive. And such statement, nobody paid attention to begin to ask. An ex-president of Nigeria is surviving with just his house rent. It has never happened in history, because Buhari is a two-time president of Nigeria. He was once a military president, then a civilian president. After his first presidency as a military president, he didn't live this kind of life. He didn't survive, by his rentage. Why now that he is now a two-term president, and after that he's surviving with his house rent? This is an ex-military general, which is not possible. There is no accolade in Nigeria, and as a Fulani man, an ex-president of Nigeria and a retired military man, and all that, he said he's surviving with his house rent. There is no wife, there is no children. Since he left power, we have not seen his children around him, we have not seen his wife around him. And considering his age, according to what the Nigerian government is telling us, it is not possible for a man around 82 years to survive alone without a house help. Knowing his stature, knowing his level. So let's just pay attention and continue listening to this exposition.
One day, they are going to tell you that Buhari is dead. And that will be the end of it. They will make sure that you will never see the corpse, or you will see something buried. That will be the end of the whole contract. It's chilling. And honestly, it calls for some, I put it on Mayegun's diary political. And some idiots were there to try to come and ask, mind your business. I be one shake me for any, mind my business. Somebody who came to destroy the lives of millions of people, including the lives of those who are my own mates, trapped in that contraption. You were asking me to mind my business. I'm going to blind you. Buhari is my business. Just like Tinubu is my business. Their actions and their inactions touches the lives of people I love, the people that I care about, my own family members too. So they are my business every day until they are held responsible for all of their actions. Something is not making sense to me, and I'm a very inquisitive person. I'm asking now that I bet I am not alone. I am not alone among those who are like, how could an old man with his wife, Ashishi Buhari, their children, why would they not be together? Come on, man. He's now living alone. They said, Ashishi Buhari is living in Abuja. Okay. She's living in Abuja. And why is that? Why? That Buhari doesn't need the care of his own children or family or what have you. I don't understand. That Daura is not conducive enough for a former president and the former first lady to live.
This should be the question that every Nigerian should begin to ask the Nigerian government. If you look around you, almost all the ex-presidents of Nigeria, they are with their wives. Those ones that are not with their wives, but they know where their wife is. The families are intact and they are still living together, even when they don't live in the same house. All of them, they are still together, except those that are late. But why is it different when it comes to this case of Buhari? This is a food for thought. It's a question every minute Nigerian should begin to ask. Those that still believe in Nigeria and those that are in government, they should begin to ask this question. No wonder if any political, personnel want to say something, they will threaten. If you provoke me, I will reveal who is in Asorok. Most of them made this statement during the time of Buhari's presidency. Oshomole made the same statement. Almost all of them, Rochas Okorocha threatened with the same thing. Almost all of them. He said if they do anyhow, they will tell them who is in Asorok, which before all of them begin to say all this, Nnamdi Kanu has actually said it. And during the time that Nnamdi Kanu was talking about this, many people were laughing, many people were mocking, telling him he doesn't know what he was saying, telling him he doesn't know what he's doing. But this is not fair. All right, this is a question. Please kindly share this video and drop your thoughts right there in the comment section. Let this video get to everyone in Nigeria, in all offices, in all class, both adult and everyone around you. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly hit your hand on the subscription button and subscribe to this channel. To you that have subscribed, I say God bless you. Stay put, stay connected with us.